Have you ever felt that someone is literally playing with you, toying with your emotions? Someone that is keeping you hooked but never fully committing? Toxic people, narcissists, are really, really good at manipulation. So trying to figure out what's going on can be a minefield. But in this video today, I'm going to be revealing 10 signs whether someone is manipulating you. Whether you're in a romantic relationship, whether you're in a workplace, whether it's friends or whether it's a family member, these are the 10 sure signs someone who is toxic, who is narcissistic, could be manipulating you. Watch this video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video today, I wanted to explore literally the whole shenanigans of manipulation. Like, it's not easy to spot, and I get that. It's also very confusing because you don't really know if someone is playing you or whether this person is just a bit strange or just actually you're not understanding them. So that's why I really wanted to make this video, to kind of educate you guys and to kind of explore and show what manipulation looks like. Like, look, I'm going to be giving examples, but obviously, like, not, you have to use your own discernment here and look at this with an open mind, because obviously not everything is going to be exactly the same, but you will get the gist. It will see if it resonates with you, my friends. See if it resonates, because you never know. Okay. So I really hope that this video does help you and it raises awareness into the tactics of manipulation that perhaps maybe you weren't aware of. Okay, so let's get into the video. So the first thing I would say, someone who is just giving you enough to keep you hooked. Well, that's manipulation, because they're not actually fully committing to you. They're not actually saying, yeah, I want to be in something with you, in a relationship, situationship, I want to move things along. It's kind of like these kind of meandering, these kind of games, but never actually giving you anything, never actually committing, never actually saying what you are. So that might look like love bombing, giving you loads of attention, putting you on the pedestal. You know what? It makes you feel great. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Well, of course you are. Of course you are, because everybody wants to feel like that. Everybody wants that attention. Or they might even give you promises that they will change, that things will be different this time around. But at that moment, you see, at that moment, when you start expecting consistency, there is none. Or they become flaky, or they ghost you, or you don't hear from them. And what they will do is they'll pull away, leaving you wanting and craving that attention, wanting them. Okay, so the next one is that they crave chaos and drama. Toxic people, narcissistic people, they crave this. This is about them. This is how they understand the world. It's all about instability. They start these unnecessary arguments that don't go anywhere. They twist your words. They've always got to be right. So there's always this unrest. So it's always like you're walking on eggshells. You don't actually know what's going on. Does this person feel anything for you? Do they want this to go any further? It's just this constant confusion, chaos always. Like, you're constantly in anxiety. You don't know where you stand with this person. And there's always something, right? There's never, like, it can never just flow. This is something you need to look out for. Remember, how is it making your nervous system feel? How are you feeling around this person? Being in a state of confusion, well, that's not comfortable, is it? The push and pull. Okay, so this one, I would say, like, it's kind of like the chaos and the drama, but the push and pull dynamic. Okay, so 1 minute they're all for you, like, yeah, we want to do this, da 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 da, and then they pull back, and then you don't know. You feel the energy pulling back, you feel them pulling back. You don't know what's going on. So they're sending you mixed messages. What this does is this keeps you stuck or hooked or trapped, basically constantly seeking approval, because you don't know where you stand with this person. And that is the issue. You don't know what's going on. And that's why this is toxic, basically not knowing. The other one is they play the victim. No matter what happens, what's going on, whatever this scenario is in, they are always the ones that are hard done by. They'll blame everything onto you so that basically you're the one that's sorry. You're the one that has to take the responsibility to change something that wasn't even your fault. And they're the ones that have always been wronged. There's all these things have happened to them. And then when you call them out on their behavior, they will flip this and make you feel guilty. I mean, what is that about? Like, why? What? I don't like this. I don't understand. Why would you play the victim? Pretend that everything that has happened to you is not your fault. And then when you get angry, you start blaming someone else. Look out for this. I think one of the worst ones is that they will use your insecurities against you. So everything that you've told them in secret, things that you have told them, like you've never told anybody else, or you've been really mindful, like you really trust them, you've kind of revealed things about you, you've been vulnerable and open, only to find this information to be used against you, to basically trigger you, could be even told to others. This is stuff that was told in private. This was really vulnerable and honest of you to say this to this person, but they use this information against you. They'll start using your fears and insecurities as a weapon against you, mocking your emotions, saying you're too sensitive, you're too this, get over it. And what it does do is it makes you feel crazy, makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. And this is why what happens later on down the line, you start to distrust yourself because you start to believe this person when they are saying that perhaps maybe all these things are wrong with you, that maybe you need to change this about you. But here's the thing, you don't. You don't need to change those things because this person is using your insecurities against you. The other one is that they keep you guessing where you stand in this dynamic. So there's never any clear-cut parameters what you mean to this person. Whether that's a family member, whether that's a friendship, whether this is at work or in a romantic relationship, you never quite know where you stand with this person. There's you trying to give your all, trying to be, this wonderful person, to make sure that you're showing up as the best person possible in this relationship, in this dynamic. But when the shoe is on the other foot and you want maybe some clarification or some validation of what you mean to this other person, you don't get this. This causes confusion. This causes you to doubt yourself. It causes you to think that whether you've made this up in your mind. It's really harsh. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really, really harsh. And this goes on to my other point, is that they make you doubt yourself. When someone over a period of time is telling you all about the things that are wrong with you, what you're doing too much of this or not enough of this, you then start to kind of think like, is this true? You start to believe this person because why wouldn't you? Because you trust them, you love them, or you really care about them, you're in some sort of dynamic with them. And when someone that you trust, that you care about is saying these things about you, well, why wouldn't you trust their judgment? Why wouldn't you believe what they are saying to you? You see, this makes you question your memory, your thoughts, your opinions, and even your sense of self, how you think about yourself. This is all under the microscope. This is all, they make you question this. And this is because of gaslighting, because of manipulation, the lies that are being told to you, that you then start to doubt yourself. And this is where you become disconnected from yourself and you don't trust you. Because you're thinking that maybe how I knew myself before, well, maybe there was something wrong with me. Maybe all of this was there and this person is telling me the truth. Very damaging. This is so damaging even after the relationship. The other thing is they only show up when they need something. So you are used for your resources, what you can give to this person. It's never reciprocated. So there's this unfair dynamic that is going on in this interaction with this person. You don't feel appreciated. Everything that you do is just taken for granted and nothing is returned back to you. So there is no 50-50 or even 60-40 or 70-30, and it shouldn't even be like that. But there is none of this that exists in this relationship with this person. They will probably compete for your approval, for your validation. They will make sure that you give your validation to this person. They might even triangulate you with another person. So for example, in a work setting, they might use other co-workers saying, oh, they're doing really good, they're doing this, why aren't you doing that? You should be at this level. So they're always making you compare you to another person or make you compete with another to prove your worth, and also to make you feel jealous, make you feel like you're not good enough, so that you work harder for their approval. And you see how this is working both ways, because they're doing it to you, and then you are falling into that trap, wanting the validation and approval of them. And this also can trigger quite a lot of you, because it kind of taps into the trigger of that you're not quite good enough. Maybe you should be doing more. You as a person, what you do, what you give is just not good enough. And the last one to look out for is that they never take responsibility. Everything is always your fault, or maybe you need to change or do something different. They never apologize. And I think, oh God, you know, apologies, they're rare. They don't apologize. And I feel like this is quite damaging as well, because as a kind, compassionate, empathetic person, you always end up taking the blame and the responsibility and the weight of what you are being blamed for. So it's always you that has to change something. It's always you that has to do something. And they will never admit that they are wrong in a meaningful way and make any changes. It's like what I was saying at the start of this video. They pretend that they will change. They pretend that they will do all of these things. But where are these promises? Where has this actually happened? It doesn't. So my friends, do any of these signs sound familiar? Or maybe there is a combination of them. So it's not just one on its own per se, but maybe it's two or three of them. So it's a combination of them. So these behaviors, the way that this person is, you will see patterns, you will see signs, each one on their own. Yeah, sure. Like we all can be guilty of doing them, but it's that they are done to another level. It's starting to affect another person in another way. That's when it becomes toxic. So guys, I really hope that this video has given you more clarification. And what you need to remember is that narcissists don't play fair. It is all about them. It's all ego. It's all about you serving their needs, giving them more and more and more of yourself, more of your energy, more of your time, energy, emotion, all of it. This person is taking from you, and they are using these tactics to steal this from you, because it's not like you're giving it willingly. They are stealing these things from you. So this is where you need to gain awareness and understand and see it for what it is. If you are struggling with any of this, or maybe you have found this to be true, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. I also go live every single Tuesday on this channel at 9 p.m. UK time. So I hope that you can join. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would really love that. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.